Hi, I'm Prachi Kukreja Chandiramani and I have just started this new YouTube channel, Mom Stories Unfiltered. So, like the name suggests, it's about a mom, which is me, and I would love to share my stories, my really lovely parenting experiences, weird, fun, laughter, hilarious kind of experiences, sad, happy, scary, and all kind of experiences with you all. And this is all straight from the heart. This is unfiltered, and I have just got it for you. Now, we would say, before starting with further, a little bit about me. So, I'm a corporate trainer by profession, and now I am also serving as a public speaking instructor, speech and drama instructor. And also because I'm very passionate about subjects parenting, I have coached students one-on-one. I've been really helping parents. I've become very passionate about the mental health and wellness subjects because during my parenting journey I encountered so many nice and deep experiences that I was just motivated to share lots and lots of things. Plus also this really helped me to deep dive into the subject of human behavior. Now, I understood about human behavior. I dived deep into the psychological part, and I am so interested to, I'm so motivated to understand like this human brain, this mindset. It's such a brilliant thing, If really channelized, the energies are channelized in the right way, you can really sort out a lot of problems. Now, given my background, which is more into the communication, because, I train students and I have been into the corporate training, when I am clubbing communications with the psychology, I really feel that communication is a game changer. And with the right kind of communication, you can make a situation, you can break a situation. So that is why I was very motivated to start this YouTube channel. Now, when I've been diving deeper into the human behavior, outside in the world, I see people are just believing into a lot of stuff which does not make sense. People are trying to adapt to a lot of changes. People are trying to adapt to new trends, but actually it is making them lonelier. It is making them sad, depressed. They are clueless. They are directionless. So I also want to break some myths. I really want to tell people that human behavior stands on some principles, on some fundamentals, right? And if you're going to mess all this up, you will end up lonely, you will end up sad and depressed. And then, I have anxiety, I got these panic attacks, and what to do, what not to do, please help me. So all these kinds of issues are just cropping up. So let me tell you, I really want to tell you some things about human behavior which are going to work, which will work, and some things plain and simple are not going to work. People really need to accept some things big time. Some things will work, some things will not work. And I have been into the mental health and wellness. It's been almost now 1.5 years, in fact more than that now, and I'm extremely passionate because I will be talking subjects on parenting, on kids, some concepts like independence, loneliness, anxiety, depression, and all that, but more into the subjects, the trends which have just come up and which are cropping into everybody's minds, and people just don't know what to do with that. So, because this is my first episode, or this is my first content, I want to start something on the parenting part, and the subject which is on everybody's mind these days. It's more to do with the bully, right? So bully, toxic relationships, toxicity, toxic family members, toxic friends. We've been talking a lot about bully. Now let me tell you some facts on bully. Bully is something which is prevalent in the society. It was there, it is there, and it will be there, right? It is not something that today you just did it and then you went to the therapy, you did some sessions with a psychologist, and then you are like completely into like, okay, now the bully thing is not going to exist. No, it's not going to happen like that. Bully was always there. How we got bullied, we never understood that, because then we were not talking about these subjects, right? So you know how the intensity was different. We, all of us, have been bullied at least once, or maybe more than that, you know, in our life. We have been bullied. Yes, you have to be, because we didn't know what was it, so we cannot say how we got bullied, but yes, we have been bullied. In fact, our children will also can get bullied. They are getting bullied, they may get bullied in future as well. So I think we have to be really clear about that. Now, how you can really prevent this situation? First of all, understand that bully is all about power and control, right? So one individual is trying to exert the power, one individual is trying to exert its control over the other person. The bully person tries to be very nice, tries to be a very sweet and very charming kind of a person, you know, very cute. You may not even think that this person can, or this child can go to that extent to really, you know, mistreat another child or another individual, you know, especially on a weaker side. One moment it's going to be very happy, and just another moment you will not understand that why the child suddenly had a different mood or changed the tone. You know, you will just not get it. The mood swings and all that, up and down, that is going to happen. Okay, so this usually happens with children who really bully. They are very bossy, they are very dominating, they like to exert their control. It's like, you know, this is my way and this is how things are going to work, right? And usually such you know, such things they have witnessed, maybe at home or maybe at school or maybe some other friends, and gradually these traits tend to come. Bully is serious. Do not at all, I repeat, please parents, if ever you notice any kind of incident, please do not encourage it, because it really leaves deep scars and wounds, you know, in your heart, and emotionally you're affected. You know, if you do not have a good support of your parents or friends, those scars are going to stay with you lifelong. So it's not a great idea. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about some situations, you know, in which usually children bully others. Okay, so one situation is like, you know, a child is being very sweet, and the child will say to the other child, if you're not going to do this, then I'm not your friend. Hey, if you're not going to do this, I'm not your friend. You know, you don't want me to be your friend? How sad. You don't want to be my friend? Just look at those sweet words the child uses in order to get the work done, in order to get its own way, you know, and this is a form of bully. First, the child is going to be very good in the initial time, but gradually when the child understands, okay, the other child, my friend, is acting as per, you know, my whims and fancies. So anytime the child can get angry, anytime the child can be, you know, just mistreat the friend, and it's not a great thing. So this is a very common situation, a very common statement which children use to exert control and power over the other child, you know. Now, another interesting situation which I have noticed, you know, when it comes to the bully thing is, you know, supposing, you know, there are two friends, they are sitting together, they are talking and all that. Now, one child will talk very less. You know, if you would have seen, if you would have heard that, you know, you shoot the gun, you know, on someone from else's shoulders. You know, I think this is a saying in English that you know, you use the other person and you try to get your way done. This is usually what happens in friendships also. So one friend is really going to work behind the shadows, and the person who's being bullied will always get the blame. Like the entire blame gets shifted on to the other person, and the one who is taking all the blame is actually clueless what is really happening, what did I do, how the situation was twisted, you know, everything. So let me tell you one thing. I have explained these two situations. Now, I really want to keep the videos very short. I have plans to come up with good videos with really good content, but I don't want to stretch it beyond 15 minutes or 20 minutes. But let me tell you one more thing. Like, if at all you notice the bully situations, okay, please stand against. Take a stand. Now, I'm going to tell you how these situations actually come up, and what happens, why these situations are getting prevalent, like why the situation is existing, and sometimes parents really cannot do anything about it. First of all, parents, please prioritize your time with your child. I understand it's a fast-paced world. We all have our own wishes, desires. We really want to, achieve everything. We are earning money for our own good children, but please listen to your child. Have a great communication channel with your child. You should really build that trust and confidence with your child, that if your child is facing anything, the child comes to you and tells, Mama, Papa, this is what I faced today. This is what this boy told me. This is what this girl told me. She said this to me, And as parent, you will try to understand what is the intensity. If the situation is like, okay, it can be taken care of, then maybe you can tell the child, okay, beta, this happened. You can take the situation under control and make sure your child remains unaffected. But if something big happens, please lend all your ears to your child. Understand what really happened. What did that other child said? What happened to your child? What were the situations? What was the entire situation? Understand that situation. Understand the friends. Understand the friendship. It's very important. And after that, confront the other child who has troubled your child. It's very important to confront so that the other child comes to know that, okay, this child, whom I bullied has actually, goes and tells to the parents, and, usually that the child who is bullying will get little scared. These children get little bit scared. If the parents step in, these children will definitely get scared. Somehow they operate out of fear. Always remember. So you can always change the game. You can always turn the tables around, provided you are alert on these matters. It's very important. It's about your child. It's about your child's life. So please make sure you have great communication with your child. Another thing which parents really tend to say is, if your child has come to you, if your child has expressed something to you, so if the child comes and tells to mommy, then Papa will say, oh, don't worry, don't bother. This is how children are going to learn. You have to be in the situation to learn from the situation. So please don't bother. This is how you're going to live. This is how, we face the situations. This is how we grew up. We learned. Please come out of this narrative. It does not work. We didn't know what it was like, so we went through a lot of situations. But because now we all are enlightened on this, it's important that when your child comes and expresses, take note of it. When your child sees that you are taking stand for him or her, and you are trying to protect him from the other bullies, the confidence is gonna go way up for the child, okay? The trust, that bond is going to be stronger than ever. If any intense situations happen in future, your child, without any hesitation and resistance, is going to come to you and tell you, Mom, Dad, this is what I face. This is the child who is troubling me, or this is the situation. Please help me out. So in no case, in specifically today's world, please don't resort to this kind of narrative at all, that, oh, we've been through this, even you will be through this and you will come out of it. No, please, no. Do not encourage this kind of behavior. You have to really understand the intensity of the situation. Always remember, communication, the right kind of communication, right usage of the words is very, very, very important, right? And this is really going to be helpful, especially when you are, taking care of your child. Also, for parents, please learn about the friendships, learn about the friends that your child is having. It's very important, Okay, we understand, okay, the children, yes, we all are coming from good families. Yeah, we all are coming from good families, great families. There is good environment, but please understand, it is important to know who your child's friends are, right? Who the parents are. Take time. This is important. Work is important. Having parties is important. Socializing is important. But at the same time, Your child is also important. You are working so hard to get that money so that you can provide beautiful services to your child. But if the initial years of the children go haywire just because you don't have time, then please don't blame the child. It's very wrong if you're blaming the child after some time or after a few years that you don't do this, you don't do that. Poor child is going to take the entire blame. It does not happen like that. Please understand the incidents of bully are on the rise. Okay, it was it was there, it's still there, it's going to be there. It's gonna come, okay, in different shapes, in different forms. It's very important that you take a stand. I'm not really gonna stretch this video till 30 minutes or more than that, but because I have just started with my channel and this is something, even my child has gone through the bully incidents. I stepped in at the right time and I protected my kid. You know, it was not something where my kid was being brutally attacked or something. No, not like that. But I stepped in at the right time and I made sure, I told my child, if this happens, this is how. First thing is, you have to come and tell me that, Mummy, this is what my friend told me and you know, this is what happened, and then I will take action, right? So please, parents, take note of what your child is doing, the friendships and all, because whatever the habit, the behaviors are forming right now, it's going to impact in future. It's very important. Your child, spend time with your child should be prioritized, just like, you know, any other things that you're doing, you know, whether work or party or anything. I'm not going to be really repetitive here. So thank you so much. Please, I would love to have your feedback over this first episode, because I have really great plans to come up with great content and busting myths around human behavior, like I mentioned earlier. So please, you can post your comments, your experiences, your bully reactions. If you want to talk to me, you can also mail me on kprachi25@gmail.com. I'm going to put down below in the comment my Gmail ID. Okay, and please reach out to me if you want any suggestions, if you want any help, if you want any personal coaching. Please, you can approach me. At the same time, please share your experiences. Let's all learn together and say no to bully. It's very, very, very important. I'm going to come with another episode very soon. And please do keep in touch. Do look out for the shorts as well. All right. Happy evening to all of you. Bye-bye.